Aston Villa. Wow. I am so happy. That's just the best way I can put it. I'm so happy. Obviously, I'm a Liverpool fan, so that's why I'm this happy. But I just look at that game and I'm thinking to myself, Aston Villa wanted it more. I mean, towards the end of the game, I would say they wanted it more, but for the most part of the game, I'll say it was equal. Aston Villa definitely dominated the first half, and in the second half, with the substitutions by Arteta, you could see that Arsenal got back into it. But overall thoughts on the results: 2-1, big win for Aston Villa. Now they're second. Just I'm recording this just before the City game, so now they're second. 3 points off the top of the league. And for how they started, they were in the bottom four at some point this season, and now they're literally second. At worst, they'll be third at the end of the week. So for them, I think this is a fantastic result. But for Arsenal, not so much. I mean, it's not the end of the world. At the end of this week, they're still going to be first. But, they would have been looking to extend the gap at the top of the table. But now it's looking a bit more dicey because a City win, I think that makes it 2 points between them and Arsenal. And if I'm being completely honest, the one team you do not want chasing you in a league title race is Manchester City. Although, to be fair, City haven't been fantastic, but altogether, I think I would say that this is a very, very big blow for Arsenal in the moment. But they have to bounce back in their next game if they really want to push for this league title. But overall, I have to say that Aston Villa are a well-oiled machine right now. They seem to have picked up from the beginning of the season where they were not playing too well, and I just think to myself, like, could they really be challengers? Could they really be contending for this title with the likes of City and Arsenal? I don't want to say yes just yet, but I think this is their ninth win in their last 11 games. So you have to say that this is the team in form right now, the best form in the league right now. And I just think to myself, like, okay, maybe they have the confidence to go push and try and see if they can get to the title. But is that really going to happen? I don't think so. But Arsenal have to be really annoyed with this one, especially losing late in the game. As a Liverpool fan, I've tasted that quite a number of times this season, so it's definitely something they don't want to see. But I would say the first half, clearly Aston Villa had the game. They were dominating and, they had more chances, they had more shots. Declan Rice had to make a big block. I think Raya had a really good save as well. I think Watkins was a bit off it in this game. Um, his hold up play wasn't fantastic. When he got chances, it's almost like he took an extra touch that wasn't needed. But I would say that the goal was coming. And the moment Cash sorted that in, as a Liverpool fan, I was happy. I was shouting. I was so grateful because I'm like, yeah, thank you. Not complaining about that at all. But I think Arteta's substitutions in the second half were very, very big. Bringing on Gyökeres and Trossard, taking off Merino and Eze. I thought it was an interesting choice, but within the first 10 minutes, like, you could see that paid off. Trossard getting the equalizer, which I think was a well worked goal. I mean, a bit scrappy, but at the end of the day, you just need to get the ball into the back of the net. But I'll say from there, Arsenal looked like they were a bit stronger in this game. And then I think momentum shifted again and went towards Villa, and Villa were playing a bit better. And towards the end of the game, you could tell Villa just wanted it more. That's one of the most scrappy goals I've seen in a long time. But I mean, a goal is a goal, and that's the most important thing. Getting that goal at the end of the game, I think that was fantastic for Villa and fantastic for Emery as well, because I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the season, also people were asking, what's going on, Emery? What's going on? You guys almost qualified for the Champions League last season and you're in the bottom four. What is going on here? But clearly, he's gotten it right. And to be 3 points off the top of the table after 15 game weeks from the horrible start that they had, I think that's a fantastic thing for them, in all honesty. I would have said it was a proper game of two halves, but like the moment the momentum moved again towards Villa, I wouldn't say it was a game of two halves anymore. Um, I think this is not too bad a result for Arsenal. I know losing is not good. Nobody wants to lose games, but I think it's not a terrible result for Arsenal because they've been on top of the league for a number of weeks now, and at the end of this weekend, the worst they will be is 2 points clear. But I don't think it's a terrible result for them. They need to lick their wounds and go back and try and win more games. But I would say that they'll probably be disappointed in their last 3 games, winning one, drawing one, and losing one. That's not the kind of form they want to have. But you can always look at it and say to yourself that Aston Villa is a strong team. I would think they would not want to lose to Villa. I don't think any team wants to lose games. But in reality, a draw wouldn't have been a bad result. And the difference between a draw and a loss is 1 point. So Arsenal fans obviously don't want to hear it. And losing very late in the game is one of the most painful things you can ever feel as a fan of football. I mean, it's such a terrible thing. But I think so far this doesn't change too much. The only points where I would say it's going to be a big problem is if Arsenal can't get back in form, and I don't think they've shown anything to make me think they can't get back in form and can't start playing games better. But I would say that this is a fantastic result for Villa. If I'm a Villa fan, I'm so happy right now because now you're literally in the title race. We would have said Chelsea were in the title race a while ago, but if Chelsea win, I think they're still close to Chelsea. They're right in the mix. Villa are right in the mix, and for me as a Liverpool fan, I'm not happy seeing this because it seems like every team is playing well and we are not. Hopefully we win later today, but let's see. But I think overall it's a fantastic result for Villa. They keep pushing, they can keep pushing and seeing if they can get close to the title. I don't think it's going to happen, but you never can tell. Emery's a fantastic coach, and I think they have some of the best players, or some really good players. I don't want to say the best players, but they have a good team, some good players, and they're in good form. So I think if they can avoid having unnecessary injuries, I mean, nobody wants to get injured, but if they can avoid injuries and keep playing like this, there's a world in which Villa could be fighting for the league. But that's all I have to say for today, or for now. I'll probably be back after the next game. Talk about City, and definitely I'll have to talk about my team, Liverpool. But good result for Aston Villa. I'm very, very happy about it. Very, very happy to see it. I know Arsenal fans are not happy, but I don't think there's too much for them to worry about just yet. It's a long season. There's 38 games. You still have 23 games to go. So a lot can happen. A lot can happen. So if I'm an Arsenal fan, I'm obviously gutted about this result, but I don't think there's anything to panic about just yet. I still think Arsenal are the favourites, provided that City don't click. But I don't see City clicking just yet. But let's see what they do today. If they can win their game today and win it convincingly, then maybe there might be something to worry about with City. But that's it for this video. Please like, share, subscribe. If you think if you like this content, please let me know. Don't be afraid to drop a comment, send it to your friends who you think may enjoy this content. Trying to get used to this. This is just my second video. So, yeah, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.